All right, well, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Daniel Berlant. I'm California's State Fire Marshal. And first off, I just want to take a moment and thank all of our fire and law enforcement agencies across the state for their efforts in curbing the use of illegal fireworks here in California. In particular, though, I'd like to highlight the work of our partners here in the Sacramento region, between the Sacramento City, Sacramento County, Sac Metro Fire, and many others. In addition to the local stakeholders that are with us today, we are also joined by representatives of FEMA. And this unified stance here that we have between these agencies, local, state, federal, and some nonprofit groups, just shows that we're all working together in this simple message, which is illegal fireworks in California are unacceptable, and we will not tolerate them. Right now, across the state, task forces, including here in the Sacramento region, continue to coordinate efforts to curb the use of dangerous and illegal fireworks and getting them off our streets. Now, recently, fire officials and our own arson and bomb units, along with our law enforcement partners, have been busy seizing numerous illegal fireworks operations, seizing over 240,000 pounds of illegal fireworks within this last year. Now, that amount is well over the average of what we would see to this time each year. And just to put that size in comparison, 240,000 pounds is equal to 10 of those CAL FIRE fire engines. 10 of those fire engines removed from our streets of illegal fireworks. Now, recently our staff, in coordination with our partners in Southern California, just this past week, took 120,000 pounds of, or nearly 60 tons of illegal fireworks and dangerous fireworks out of the illegal market. Now, this is likely the largest single confiscation in recent history. It is illegal to sell, transport, and use fireworks that do not carry our Safe and Sane seal from the State Fire Marshal's office. It's also really important to note that even Safe and Sane fireworks are banned in some cities and some communities, and so their usage, just like any other illegal firework usage, can bring large fines. Now, depending on how much illegal fireworks you are caught in possession with, you could face conviction and fines of up to $50,000 and even spend a year in jail. It's just not worth it. There are so many other ways this 4th of July to celebrate safely. Now, it's important to note that our law enforcement partners aren't just patrolling the streets, they're keeping an eye on the internet. The days of illegal fireworks being sold in the back of a car are over. The usage of social media has really skyrocketed, and it is illegal across California to purchase even Safe and Sane fireworks through the internet. You can only buy Safe and Sane fireworks in, again, communities that allow them and from approved retail booths. It's very important that you go and look for that booth permit that's permitted both by the State Fire Marshal's office as well as the local fire jurisdiction. But again, our law enforcement partners, our fire partners, not just here in the Sacramento region, but across the state, will be watching the streets and watching the internet, and we will track down those that are bringing illegal fireworks into California. Now, it is so important to note that fire conditions are elevated. As we are speaking, there are wildfires burning across California. 2 new wildfires just igniting this morning here in Northern California. And as we've seen an increase in wildfires in the past couple of weeks, it's important to note that those dry grass, the vegetation across the state, coupled with triple-digit temperatures and the wind, is the perfect recipe for a disaster. Now, when you add fireworks, whether they're improperly used Safe and Sane or whether they're illegal fireworks, they can potentially create a catastrophic fire. So to avoid sparking a fire, never use Safe and Sane fireworks near any flammable items or vegetation like grass. Now, we here in the fire service, and I know I speak for all my partners who will go into more detail, we want everybody to have a happy 4th of July, but we want everybody's 4th of July to be a safe one. For more fireworks safety tips, visit our website at fireworkssafety.org. But remember, one less spark from an illegal firework this 4th of July means one less wildfire. I'd now like to introduce the Fire Marshal for the City of Sacramento, Jason Lee.
Thank you. Good afternoon. My name is Jason Lee, the Fire Marshal for the Sacramento Fire Department. As we approach the 4th of July, we must remain diligent to reduce the fire risk throughout our community. Any firework that explodes or flies in the air are not allowed. To report illegal fireworks that are being sold or used within the City of Sacramento, please download the Sacramento Fire Department app and use the fireworks reporting button or call 916-808-FIRE. Again, that's 916-808-3473. Our City of Sacramento Fireworks Task Force will be patrolling the nights leading up to and including the 4th of July, issuing citations starting at $1,000 all the way up to $5,000 to property owners or responsibles by just a visual verification from one of our officers that a legal firework has or is being used on or around the property. This 4th of July, be safe and only use state-approved fireworks. Thank you. At this point, I'd like to introduce Fire Marshal Barbie Law with the Sacramento Metropolitan Fire Department. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name's Barbie Law, and I'm the Fire Marshal with the Sacramento Metropolitan Fire District. Our jurisdiction covers the unincorporated areas of Sacramento County, as well as the city of Citrus Heights and the city of Rancho Cordova. This year, we at Metro Fire believe that part of the solution to solving the problem of illegal, dangerous fireworks use is community outreach and education. So we have been very active this year in the months preceding this holiday, not just in the last week. Some of the proactive steps we've taken has been working with collaboratively with our partners at the Sacramento Sheriff's Office, Sacramento County Code Enforcement. We've been working with Caltrans and Sac County Regional Parks on daily social media posts on all platforms that have successfully reached millions of viewers with our safety messaging on how to appropriately use safe and sane fireworks and to identify illegal fireworks and avoid those. We've also been taking steps to reach out to all of the school districts within Sac Metro Fire's jurisdiction, because what we learned from last year is that we have people that will go to schools and parks to use those fireworks because it's harder to identify them. So as a result of that, we worked with Sacramento County Board of Supervisors to enhance fines and protect our schools and parks. So in addition to the fines that Fire Marshal Lee just mentioned for host liability, if you're caught using fireworks at a school or at a park or on the American River Parkway, there is a $10,000 fine now associated with that. We need to protect our critical infrastructure. Along the highways in Rancho Cordova, we've been able to get messaging up on to keep it safe, keep it legal, and what that looks like, as well as enhancing and talking about what those fines are for use. At Metro Fire, we actually have decals on about 20 of our fire apparatus that are basically mobile traveling safety billboards that cover 359 square miles of our jurisdiction with that message to keep it safe and keep it legal. We've also been utilizing safety messaging. Our Community Relations Division has been very active with all of our local media outlets, providing demonstrations on how to safely use and dispose of fireworks. And then finally, we've tapped into a resource we haven't used before. This year, my Community Relations Division and the Community Risk Reduction Division actually pushed out contacts to over 10,225 school districts, property managers, homeowners associations, our apartment complexes, and our chambers of commerce with information on how to safely use those fireworks and how to notify us of any problems that are occurring. From an enforcement standpoint for Metro Fire this year, we have entered our enhanced staffing level for the Fire Investigations Unit. So the 1st through the 4th, I have additional fire investigators. Those are peace officers that are out able to patrol the street and to investigate the cause of any fires that we have. And then on the 3rd and 4th during the peak hours, we're also having fire inspectors that are going to be in working with our investigators to enhance our capabilities to identify and capture and prosecute whenever possible people that are found to be using illegal fireworks in our area. In the months preceding this, I've been actively monitoring the complaints that come in from the community, and we continue to encourage you to report fireworks at saccounty.gov. That one-stop shop actually goes to code enforcement as well as fire officials, and then I'm able to utilize that information with our sheriff's office partners in the problem-oriented policing unit, as well as Rancho Cordova and Citrus Heights PD, so we can actively investigate criminal activity that's going on in our areas. And then lastly, I just would like to remind everyone to please keep it safe and keep it legal out there this year. As we've covered before, the fire danger is extremely high this year. Sacramento Metropolitan, as well as all of our partners in the XSA region, actually have pre-staged resources from Cal OES so that we are prepared for any fires that break loose. And we know we're going to need that extra support out there on the street to keep these fires small. So I would ask the community to please, if you choose to use fireworks, only use safe and sane fireworks, and make sure you understand what safe use looks like. Please don't put those up on elevated platforms, on top of ladders, near dry vegetation, close to buildings. We need to use them properly. So follow those instructions to limit those injuries and fires that we have. Thank you for your time, and I'd like to introduce Sergeant Mike Matranga with the Sacramento Sheriff's Office.
Good afternoon. I'm Sergeant Mike Matranga from the Sheriff's Office. The 4th of July is a busy time for all first responders. The Sheriff's Office expects a high call volume to our communications center, where we will continue to prioritize emergency calls and 911 calls for service. We ask that residents notify us of illegal fireworks usage under the following circumstances. If there's a fire, injury, or other firework-related emergency, please call us 911 or our direct emergency line 916-874-5111. In the event of property damage, or the caller can articulate the exact location where illegal fireworks are being used in real time in the unincorporated areas of the county, contact our non-emergency number 916-874-5115. Alternatively, non-emergency illegal fireworks use can be reported via email at reportfireworks@saccounty.gov. Please have patience with our call takers, as they're also handling all the emergency calls for service. This year, our task force will utilize aircraft as well as ground teams to identify individuals and locations using illegal fireworks in the unincorporated areas of the county. Penalties will include criminal charges, $1 fine for first offenses, and as mentioned, $10,000 fines for any fireworks usage in the parkways or school areas. The Sheriff's Office, Sac Metro, and the Rancho Cordova Police Department have created a fireworks amnesty turn-in period this week at 2 locations where people can turn in any unused, illegal, commercially made fireworks. Hours are 8:30 to 3:30 p.m. at 2 locations, the first being the Rancho Cordova Police Department, located at 2897 Kilgore Road in the city of Rancho Cordova, as well as the North Area Service Station, located at 4510 Orange Grove Avenue in Sacramento. Thank you. I'd like to introduce from the DA's office, Prosecutor Brett Wasley.
Good afternoon. Brett Wasley from the Sacramento County District Attorney's Office. As part of the Greater Sacramento Area Fireworks Task Force, the District Attorney's Office participates in this event every year to remind the public that fireworks, illegal fireworks, are not only dangerous to human life and property, but possessing, selling, or transporting illegal fireworks carries criminal penalties. Illegal bottle rockets, aerial shells, and firecrackers can not only cause injury, don't just cause serious fire dangers, they can cause serious injuries. Therefore, on behalf of the DA's office, I'm here to announce that this 4th of July, we will once again prosecute those who violate the law with regard to illegal fireworks. In the last 5 years alone, the Sacramento County District Attorney's Office has filed over 100 cases for the use, possession, and sale of illegal fireworks. If you make the dangerous choice to use illegal fireworks, if you possess illegal fireworks, And if you sell illegal fireworks, you will be charged and you will be prosecuted. If misdemeanor charges are filed, you will be required to serve a minimum custody time, and you'll be placed on probation for a year. The fines, as mentioned, range from $500 to $50,000. These penalties may be increased depending on the defendant's criminal record, the amount that they possess, and where this conduct occurred, like if it endangered children. If we elect to file felony charges due to the amount of fireworks, the defendant's record, or the way the illegal fireworks were used, we can and will seek state prison commitments. Please remember that all of this can be simply avoided by using good judgment. Buy legal, safe, and sane fireworks. If you have any questions about where to get legal, safe, and sane fireworks, purchase them from a licensed vendor. Our number one goal is to keep the community safe. Please do your part to ensure our community can safely enjoy this holiday. Thank you. And next up is Lauren Spink from the Burn Center Outreach.
Good afternoon. My name is Lauren Spink. I'm the Burn Outreach Coordinator at UC Davis Medical Center and the Firefighters Burn Institute Regional Burn Center. Our Burn ICU is a verified burn center through the American Burn Association. We treat patients from Southern Oregon down to Yosemite and to the Western Nevada. Handling fireworks safely and with the proper precautions can prevent accidents from happening. We want to stress that burns can happen in seconds. It is imperative to follow all the safety rules and warnings. The safest way to experience fireworks is to let the professionals handle them. Some options without a flame is to use a glow stick instead of a sparkler. Sparklers can get as hot as 1,200 degrees. You can also use noisemakers to make a statement in place of loud fireworks. Use silly string, poppers, or even colored streamers for fun. However, if you do get a burn injury, our recommendation is to run it under cool water for 20 minutes until EMS arrives. New research has shown that improved outcomes for patients who do this within the first 3 hours of their injury. Some of our statistics for our burn center is that we treat over 600 patients a year, inpatient. On average, we see about 12 patients a year due to burn injuries caused by fireworks. UC Davis's emergency department will see an average of 6 patients a year who are evaluated by our doctors but not admitted. These numbers do not account for those who do not seek medical treatment or who acquired other injuries due to fireworks. Our burn center provides care from the time of injury through the beginning stages of rehabilitation who are admitted during our burn center. Our support does not stop when our patients are discharged. We continue to offer resources to the patients, families, and loved ones. Peer support groups help those affected by similar emotional and physical pain from a burn injury. It helps our patients know they're not alone in their journey. We are a comprehensive care unit, and we work in tandem with other organizations such as the Phoenix Society for Burns and the Firefighters Burn Institute. I'd like to welcome Holly Carr, parent of a burn survivor.
Hello, my name is Holly Carr. I am the parent of a burn survivor. In the 3 minutes I have to share Stevie's story, my child would have already been burned by a sparkler that caused third-degree burns on 15% of their 5-year-old body. To put that in perspective, from the time of lighting the sparkler to catching Stevie's polyester skirt on fire, it disintegrated, and it took less time than this speech. 3 minutes seems like a really short time until you're waiting for an ambulance to arrive, then time stands still. 3 minutes is a really long time while you're in the hospital waiting to find out if your 5-year-old is going to survive the shock, infections, and if the skin graft surgery will work. When tragedy strikes, 3 minutes can feel like an eternity. 3 minutes can be the difference between saving a life and losing a life. So much can happen in 3 minutes, most of us don't even think twice about it. Those 3 minutes have haunted me for 13 years. One little sparkler popped, hit my 5-year-old's hand, and caused them to swipe the sparkler across their festive polyester skirt. When I say it took seconds for that skirt to disappear, I mean it. It was like watching tissue paper disappear after being lit on fire, as if it never existed in the first place. Fire is one of the most unpredictable forces of nature, yet tradition tells us to play with it. For generations, we have handed our children tiny sticks of fire, even though I can remember pain from being burned on my hands and arms from the pops. This is one tradition that left my 5-year-old in the hospital fighting for their life, enduring very painful wound cleanings and dressing changes, surviving skin graft surgery and having to wear pressure garments for a year to make sure the skin graft stayed in place and healed correctly. The physical, emotional, and mental trauma they endured from us, their parents, being so naive and blindly following tradition will live with us forever. Was it a freak accident? Absolutely. Can it happen again to anyone? 100%. Be safe this 4th and keep your children away from fire. No tradition is worth wondering if your child will survive and watching them endure the pain that would bring the strongest person to their knees. You need to remember that you are in fact handing your children fire when you hand them a sparkler, and there is always a risk. I share Stevie's story for awareness and hope that it will help keep your loved ones safe, protected, and out of the hospitals this and every 4th. Everyone should wear all cotton clothing, keep a safe distance from fireworks, have water on hand in case of an emergency, and teach them fire safety. Our children follow our lead and depend on us to protect them. I will never buy fireworks of any kind from a stand again because I have seen firsthand just how not safe and sane they are. I have lived the worst 3 minutes of my entire family's lives, and I hope this 3 minutes will save yours. Glow sticks are always a better option. They last longer, come in more colors, and keep your children safe. We are so grateful and fortunate that Stevie is still here, supporting other burn survivors through their own journey, and wants to continue working with kids as they make the transition to college. There was a time we weren't sure Stevie was going to make it out of the hospital, but I'm happy to share that Stevie graduated high school with academic excellence and vocalist of the year in June. I appreciate the opportunity to share Stevie's story and can only hope that this plants a seed in everyone's minds about the reality of fireworks and the unpredictability and dangers of literally playing with fire. I hope you all have a safe and fun 4th. Thank you so much.
Well, I think that story, as was just shared, really wraps up why what we do every year, this reminder that it's real, that fireworks used improperly, illegal fireworks, are not just the word dangerous, but as you heard, can cause serious injuries to those who maybe weren't even intending to have anything but a little bit of fun. The fireworks behind us are obviously just a sampling of what we've gotten off the streets so far. But the message is really clear from all of our partners that if you're going to use safe and sane fireworks, take precautions. Make sure that a responsible adult is present at all times. Make sure that only adults are lighting them. Make sure that it is lit in an area that is away from any flammable items. But every single year, sadly, thousands of Californians don't heed this warning. We respond to thousands, over 1,000 fires every single year by fireworks and fires that could have been prevented. So again, this 4th of July, we want everybody to celebrate. We want everybody to have a great 4th of July, even though it's going to be triple-digit temperatures, but do so safely. Again, for more information on how to safely use fireworks or to learn which communities allow safe and sane fireworks, visit our website, fireworkssafetyca.org. This will conclude the formal part of our press conference. Afterwards, any of the members here would be happy to talk, but we'll go ahead and turn it over just to see if there are any questions before we do that. All right, not seeing any questions. Again, happy 4th of July, everybody. Again, I would highly encourage any of the media that's present to talk to any of the speakers today. But let's leave in really understanding Holly's story of her child and what they had to go through. But again, happy 4th of July, but make sure to do so safely. Thank you, everybody.